Hello everyone, and here's my layout for the My Scraps and More Got Talent challenge. The challenge was to recycle some packaging and use it on your layout, and to incorporate some kind of handwriting into your title. So I was truly inspired by Missy and her layout, so I pretty much copied the basics of what she did, but in a much cleaner version. She did a lot more mixed media style, a little bit for her background, and I just kept mine really simple there with a stencil and some ink. So I'm just going to layer my photo here with some tissue paper just to add some dimension and texture in the back. And you can see I'm adding the adhesive to the paper, not the tissue, because that would tear it. So just a tip there. And so here's my packaging. I am going to fill it first with a Project Life card so that I had something to back it, and it gives it contrast from the light background, and it also gives me that word love, which I'm going to incorporate into my title as well. Now my packaging had a little hole in it, which is what was used to, hang it in the stores. So I was going to fill my packaging with sequins, so I had to cover that hole with a heart sticker there just to cover it up so that my sequins will not fall out. So here I am adding some heart confetti sequins that I just had in my stash forever, and they were the perfect glow color and everything, and so I thought that worked really well. And so now I have this little shaker to add to my layout using recycled packaging, which I think was such a great idea. So now I'm just trying to figure out placement and things, so I'm moving on to my title as I think about how I'm going to put it together. And here I'm just using a round number 3 brush with my Artist Loft watercolors, and I'm just writing each letter, not really in cursive, just in basic writing, I guess. And then I'm just going to also draw a little heart here as an extra embellishment. And that's my title. So I just simply cut that out, and that will make my title. And here I'm fiddling with the branding strip from this Pebbles paper, which again is super old. It's probably from 2010, I think. But I liked the little contrast of that polka dot and that silver color, and it just adds a little pop of color. And it seems, again, I like to ground my photos and things, so it was like a grounding element for my photo, so it didn't appear to be floating. And then I just wanted to add it to the top of this, just to add a little bit of that color there to the top of the title. So I'm finally decided on placement, and so I decided to glue things down. So yes, just going to glue that down right on top of the packaging, and then I'm going to glue down the heart as well. Oh, I'm going to do with this camera first. So that wood veneer I wanted to add, and so I had to color it because I didn't like it in its natural form. It just blended too much with the background. So I colored it with my gray alcohol markers, and then I liked it much better because it actually showed up. This is just a little tag from a 6x6 paper pad. I just cut it out, and I'm just going to handwrite the date in there. And then here's that heart that I did with my watercolors, and so I'm going to use it as an embellishment. And I put it here in this little corner, and I need to add some dimensional adhesive behind it because of all that tissue paper. My photo is raised up a little bit, so it wasn't laying flat. So now I'm just adding some watercolor around the border of my entire layout because it just seemed too plain and too much open space. So I added that watercolor of that same pink all the way around, and I like the way that that frames my layout. And then I just went through my stash to see what else can I add to this spread that's subtle. So I went for these pearls because they're white, so you could see them, but they're not too distracting. And then here you can see I'm so unbrave. I wanted to add splatters, but I'm very nervous about it. I'm a very clean and simple style scrapbooker, so adding splatters always makes me nervous. So I took my small brush and I just added very, very tiny splatters in black. So you could barely see them, but I like the way that they turned out. So I had to add a little staple there to keep this baggie closed so that my sequins wouldn't fall out. So I added a staple and I covered it there with some more of that branding strip. And then now I'm actually adding some brads, which I know it's going back in time. These brads have been in my stash for years and years and years, and I was cleaning out and I just said, hey, it's an embellishment and it's the right color, so I'm going to use them. So I did add 2 brads to my layout, and again, just glad to use my stash here. And that will finish this layout once I add my journaling there under my photo. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I will add a link below in the description to the My Scraps and More Facebook page. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you were inspired and will try out these challenges. Thanks for watching. Bye.